Have you ever been curious about making your own stencils or about how to expand your mixed media arsenal closet? Have you ever wondered how to use graphics, arts, films? I'm excited to show you something so cool today. We're gonna use very few products. We're gonna expand them and riff off of them and use them in new and exciting ways. And I can't wait to share the project with you today. Hey, my name is Shay from Shay Michelle Studios. I teach art classes that feel like a spa for your creative soul. I love graphics, arts, films. They're so cool, they do so many neat things, and they're so versatile. I feel like they add a lot to our mixed media closet, our mixed media bag of tricks. And I know we love how to riff off materials, how to make them go further, how to learn more expansively, and that's what we're gonna do today. Okay, let's go over our materials. As you can see, there are just a few. The first thing we're gonna want is some watercolor paper. I have them cut out in this little square shape. We've got some Dura-Lar matte film, a couple of things of acrylic paint. We've got Frisket film, which is a low-tack masking film. We've got scissors, a cutting mat. I've got here, I've got these little foam adhesives that are gonna give us dimension for our focal point. Got some tape that we're gonna use, a running tape, an Xacto knife, a paintbrush, got a little white gel pen, a pencil, and I'm not sure, I might use this, I don't even know, this little pouncer for the paint. I'm not sure if I'll use this or my hand or the paintbrush, we will see. We just need something to get the paint down. For your paint, you're gonna want something, I'm using something that's dark, something that's light. That way I can get a range of colors from just 2 tubs of paint. And then I'm gonna add in one extra just to give it a little bit more dimension. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to get a reference, a photo reference. I'm gonna draw this flower and put it on the Frisket film. So I'm gonna do a very loose, very loose drawing. It doesn't need to be perfect and or exacting at all. I'm just gonna give myself some options. You're not gonna see any of this drawing. All this is gonna get cut out. I just want the baseline. Okay, that's it. That's all you need to do. All right, now we're gonna cut it out. Got my Xacto knife and the mat. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loosely, very loosely follow some of these lines. I'm gonna go organically, see how it looks, evaluate as I go along, and just cut out around the lines. Okay, looks good. Okay, now I'm gonna do this one more time, and this time, instead of cutting out the outline of the petals, I'm gonna cut out the petals themselves, and that will give us, when we put it down as a stencil, it will help give us more paint will go through and will give us more shape and more variety. All right, and here are our 2 pattern stencils and some bits, if you'd like to use your little bits. Okay, now we're gonna just make a background, basically. So just getting some paint down. We're gonna put the stencil on the top, and we're gonna alternate light, dark, to create a patterned paper. Okay, we're gonna use our stencil, and we're gonna peel it apart. Remember I said it was 2 layers, one is a paper side and one is a sticky side? We're gonna plop it down, doesn't matter where, because right now we're just creating the background. All right, I'm just gonna take some paint right over it, very imperfectly, and it's just going to give us texture and pattern. I'll dry it in between each layer. All right, now this is something that's so cool. Take it off, it will stick again. Okay, and then I can alternate between the 2 shapes. Then I'll open up my next one. Just lay it on wherever, because again, right now, we're just looking for texture, that's it. So if you've got light, grab the dark paint. If your background is dark, grab the light paint. Switch between lights and darks so it shows up. Peel it back, and you can see the difference there with that layer. And you can just keep going back and forth until you get it to a pattern that you like. You're not, again, not looking for it to look like a flower, you just want a pattern paper that you like. I went ahead and grabbed a second brush so I can do lights and darks and not mix them as much with my brush. Scrubbing it in. It's pretty. I think that looks really pretty right there. What we are going for is we are going to take, at the end, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek, okay? At the end, we still have another step to do. We are going to take our Frisket, create the stencil that we created, and we're going to use it as a focal point. We don't have to toss it. It can become a focal point. It almost, with all those layers of paint, it becomes almost this plasticky piece, okay? And we're going to lay it on the top like this. You can't see it, I know it's hard to see. And then we're gonna cut around it. Actually, now that I'm laying it on the top, I think I'm gonna go with the dark layer because I want the top layer to be white. So I'm gonna make it a little bit darker underneath there because I want it to be able to show through. So I'm gonna go in with another layer, but that's where you're headed. We're gonna take it, cut it out, and then glue it. Actually, we won't need to glue it because it's still sticky. We're gonna stick it together, and this is going to become our focal point. Got a baby wipe, I can burnish it down. It will take off some of the paint because it's a baby wipe, and it does smear the paint around, but I'm okay with that. Okay, I'm gonna add in a little bit of this secondary color. And I just used the one where only a little bit of the paint is going to show through because I don't want it changing color. Okay, I think that's good for now. I'm happy with this pattern. Now we're going to pull out a piece of Dura-Lar and repeat the same thing that we've just done, only just not as many layers, one layer each. I'm going to show you how. My one in white. Might be a little bit hard to see through since I have a white background. Okay. Create one in the dark color. Okay, time to cut out our flower. So nestle it, find a little spot. Oh, I think that's perfect, just right there. Press it down. And then we're going to cut out around it. Okay, we've got our flower. It's going to sit in the middle, but first I want to create a little background for our page. Take your second piece of watercolor paper. We're going to just repeat. We're going to cut out these shapes and use them in the background. What I want to do is I want to create a background for this to sit on top of. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to lay them out and I'm going to cut them. I'm going to have them go over the edges. I'm going to go, I really like this idea of like light in one corner, dark in the other. I'm going to cut this into pieces so it goes further. And then lay them out and attach them with some tape. Cut off the edge here, and then I can put it somewhere else and just keep using it. And I don't care if it's perfectly positioned. The more imperfect, the better sometimes. Now, I'll put on my little styrofoam stickies. I'll put on my little styrofoam stickies, and they will give us an elevation. All right, we're all done. Now you should have completed an abstract floral collage using Grafix Arts films. I hope you learned something new today. I hope you had fun. I know that I did. I love expanding my mixed media repertoire, my mixed media closet. The Grafix Arts films is a great way to do that. All right, my name is Shay from Shay Michelle Studios. I'll see you guys later. Bye.